तेरी दया बिना पीछे न टलते जगाओ साडी रूह जन्मां तो सो रही है गुरु कृपाल जी कर करो गुरु कृपाल जी कर करो रही है नूरी दर्श दी झलक दिखा जा तप दिया रूहानू ठंड वरता जा नूरी दर्श दी झलक दिखा जा तप दिया रूहानू ठंड अजायब दी अर्ज सदा हो रही है गुरु कृपाल जी कर करो रही है गुरु कृपाल जी कर करो रही है
Come, Guru Kirpalji, the creation is weeping. There is no sympathizer like you in this world. Without you, the world is dying. Tyranny is laughing and happiness is weeping. For once again, come to this world and develop the abode of spirituality. The condition of truth is becoming very bad. The fire of jealousy and enmity is raging. Without your grace, it is not abating. Awaken our souls, which have been sleeping for many births. Make us see the glimpse of the radiant darshan. Spread the coolness to the heated souls. Ajayab is always making this request.
Page 72.
Page 72.
मिलो कीरे पाल प्यारे तेनू दिल लाल सुनावा
मिलो कीरे पाल प्यारे तेनू सुनावा
मिलो कीरे
पाल प्यारे तेनू दिल का हाल सुनावा
दुखा विच पैगी जिंदड़ी ते थोड़ी ना शांत ना होवे वीर होंदे तीर वजदे तेरी याद आए तां दिल रोवे दुखा विच पैगी जिंदड़ी देखो बिना शांत ना होवे वीर होंदे तीर वजदे तेरी याद आए तां दिल रोवे
ते तो बिना मेरा कोई ना जिन्नू दिल दा भेद बतावां मिलो कृपाल प्यारिया तैनू दिल दा हाल सुनावां
मिलो कीरे
पाल प्यारिया तैनू दिल दा हाल
याद तेरी आवे सोनिया जदों शरण तेरी विच पैंदे तन मन होवे उजला जदों बोल मिठड़े सुन लैंदे याद तेरी आवे सोनिया जदों शरण तेरी विच पैंदे तन मन होवे उजला जदों बोल मिठड़े सुन लैंदे दसां किनू दिल खोल के तेरे अगे वास्ते पावां मिलो किरपाल प्यारिया तैनू दिल दा हाल सुनावां मिलो किरपाल प्यारिया तैनू दिल दा हाल सुनावां दया कुल मालिक दी बन रूहां दा व्यापारी आया मौज होई सावन दी सच्चे नाम दा भंडारी लाया दया कुल मालिक दी बन रूहां दा व्यापारी आया मौज होई सावन दी सच्चे नाम दा भंडारी लाया हर दम चादिल नू तेरे चरनां दी धूड़ी विच नावां मिलो किरपाल प्यारिया तैनू दिल दा हाल सुनावां मिलो किरपाल प्यारिया तैनू दिल दा हाल सुनावां बेड़ा पव सागर चों सत गुरु जी बने लाओ हर जा जब करदा जी मानू पार लगाओ बेड़ा पव सागर जो सत गुरु जी बने लाओ हर जा जब करदा जी मानू पार लगाओ और कुछ मंगदा नहीं नूरी दर्शन तेरा चावां मिलो किरपाल प्यारिया तैनू दिल दा हाल सुनावां मिलो किरपाल प्यारिया तैनू दिल दा हाल सुनावां
Meet me, O beloved Kirpal, so that I may tell you the condition of my heart. Life has fallen into pain. Without you, peace does not come. The arrows of separation strike, and the heart weeps when I remember you. Except you, I don't have anyone of my own to whom I could tell the secret of my heart. O beautiful one, I remember you when I sit in your refuge. The body and mind become bright when I hear the sweet words. To whom could I tell about my heart? I plead to you. With the grace of the Almighty you came and became the merchant of souls. In the will of someone, he made you the treasure of the true Nam. I always have this desire in my heart, that I may bathe in the dust of your feet. O Satguruji, bring the boat from the ocean of life to the shore. Ajaya makes this request, ferry the souls across. I do not ask for anything else. I long for your radiant darshan. The first reading is excerpts from a conversation on June 7th, 1955 in Washington, D.C., and this is in the September 1976 Satsang. When you come to my master, he winds up all past karmas for the future. Question, you mean in a lifetime, master? In the lifetime, he just lays down a certain line of conduct to go by for his future. For instance, you are to be quite chaste, a clean life. You have to lead with no ill will to anybody else, even in word, deed, and thought. To be truthful in word, deed, and thought. To be all chaste, even in word, deed, and thought, you see, and hatred for no one, love for all, and selfless service. These are the lines of conduct the master lays down for the man who comes to him for his future. Further pralab karmas, according to which our life is fixed, and other stages in life are regulated, that we have to pass through. For that purpose also, when you contact within, transcend even the earth, contact with the divinely link within. In that case, your soul gets strength, becomes stronger, and does not feel the pinching effect of the karmas, the passing karmas, and those karmas which are yet in store to bear forth fruit. Those by becoming selfless, by regular practices within, they are burnt away, practically roasted. Question, a long journey, isn't it, master? No. If you put in more to the master, it means even one life's work, not more. There is no hard and fast rule for it. At least that much has to be done. If you just renounce, just give up everything to the master's goodwill and act up to what he says, then that could be wound up even in one lifetime. Question, tell me, master, that is quite true. I agree with what you say, but for instance, say we're sitting, we are trying naturally, but we don't sit as long as you say. Is that disobedience to your order? When we can't sit as long as that. Master, the time prescribed, it is after due consideration, you see. When I came up to my master, went to him, I asked him what time I should put to the spiritual practices. He told me, you put in at least 5 to 6 hours a day, and the maximum you can. Look here, the more sweet you will add to a thing, the more sweet that will become. It is a question of unravelment, just unraveling your old habits and habits which have formed nature. That will require more time to put in for that purpose. So out of 24 hours, start from the maximum you can, but go up. In India, I find even now, there are souls like that who will sit today and not rise for 5 or 6 days. Question, oh my God, master, day and night, because they transcend into the beyond, and there is no question of time left. I went to Amritsar from Delhi, and from there I had to run up to Hardwar, because one soul was there who had sat down for the last 15 days and did not turn out. I had to go from Amritsar over there just to bring her out. Bring her out? Yes. So my point is, this can be developed. When you transcend, there is no question of time left. This is only when you are in the body. You are trying, yes. You are exerting this and that thing. Then only this difficulty arises. If you just repose, all your hopes in the Master. You are dragged inside, with no pinching effects you see, with no thought of the time left you are putting in, half an hour or 1 hour, I cannot sit. All these questions are wiped out. This is regular devotion of time, you see. Time is required. You don't know how far it is. Question, how do I keep my mind from wandering off in other directions? My mind goes off and then I drag myself back again. It keeps on. Master, I know. Very high show, you see. The point is like that. Any child, one child who is in a room, you shut him up there. What will he do? He will simply break the doors and cry, is it not? And if the child finds something very interesting inside to engage his attention, he will keep quiet, is it not? Similarly, if we get something inside to stay on, more interesting than the outer things, your mind will not wander away. Question, I think of the word love to keep it from wandering. Is that all right? Master, love helps concentration. That's all right. My point is only if get something to stay on inside. How? The mind must wander away. It is in the habit of going out. It has formed its nature, as it were, you see. What happens if the spirit is willing and the flesh is weak? If the flesh is weak, even then, if you concentrate inside, you will have no thought of the weak flesh, no thought left. Master, how to find that something that keeps us inside? At the time of initiation, you are given some experience, however little it may be. It has to be developed by putting in regular time, you see, in an accurate way. I had a little bit in the initiation, but I cannot now get the same thing back in my meditation. What is wrong? You see, if you had observed the restrictions given at the time of initiation, I think you would not have lost it. Again, that could be had, again, I would say, by devoting time regularly. First of all, any experience you have inside, you are not to tell others. And you might have told somebody, and that is stopped. This is one restriction laid down very strictly. If you do that, you will lose it, because the mind of other people does affect. You lost that way. Now again, that can be had. Start afresh. Tomorrow, sit down, and you will, I hope, improve in a day or two. Master, may I ask you something? Isn't the first requirement love towards everything? Surely. Complete love without any restrictions. Master, you are right. If there is complete love, you see. Question, towards animals and to neighbors and to friends and to human beings. Master, I tell you, without that, I don't think you could reach the good. You are right. No restrictions of you help me and I help you back, or I am hurt, that all shall fall away. It has to be complete love, nothing else but love. Master, God, yes, I quite follow. I endorse it. God is love, you see. Our soul is of the same essence. It is also love. And the way back to God is love, you see. Only love. Yes, only love. But alone love. Love will give you concentration, you see. By concentration, you can be helped. Just like in a car, I would say petrol works, you see. If there's no petrol, a car would not go on. Without love, you cannot go ahead. That's all right. But what I am pointing out, that is a matter of self-analysis. For that, love is necessary, for concentration, no doubt. But the question of self-analysis still remains to be solved, who you are, what you are. This is what I am explaining, you see. For that, love is required. Surely, without love, you cannot go on. If you have no love for anything, you won't sit even for it. You won't sacrifice anything, time and anything. Question, two important things we do forget. There are really two, that is. They're so simple to be easy to be forgotten, not to be egotistical or vain. Two most important things that we should overcome. Isn't that true? Master, love knows no vain things, you see. That's true, really, it covers all. Yes, love gives you absorption, you see, really cut off from the whole world, and even from the body, you see. Love, you see, and all things shall be added unto you. This is the way you should pass your days in this life. Also, it helps wonderfully on the way back to God, for concentration, for being cut off from all outside world. This is the very effective way. But still remains the question of self-analysis, to analyze oneself and the body. And I'm going to stop there. The next reading is continuing Decide Your Aim in Life, given June 27, 1964, and it's in the May 1975 Satsang Dish. We began it yesterday. When examination time comes near, what does the student do? He cuts short all time which he has been utilizing in playing. Even when he goes to the bathroom, he takes a book with him, you see. As the time nears, very much nearer, he awakens at night. This examination is fixed, destined, but we do not know when. So we must be ready, more ready. There was one competition in our line of service, an Indian competition. I had to put in 5-6 hours of meditation too, as ordered. I had no time. 5-6 hours while in life is very difficult. Someone told my master, his examination is coming nearer. Master asked me, well, is it so? Yes, it is so. I do have an examination in 2 months. All right, you have 2 months. Put in more time. It took me 1 month to correct my books to date by reading through government orders, Indian orders, a full month. Nobody loaned those books to me for fear they would be lost. This is but natural. So after I corrected my books, there was only 1 month remaining. I counted and figured that if I read 500 pages daily, then I could go through all the books once. But by reading 500 pages daily, the examination came on. All papers were based on common sense and other information, and were all done very well. When paper remained to be written in bookkeeping, I had no time to touch bookkeeping. It was a new subject. So from the time I left the examination hall until 9 o'clock the next day was all the time I had at my disposal. I took the Primer of Bookkeeping by Pittman, you see. That is a very practical book. So in a hurry, I went through the book. That night I had 1 hour sleep, naturally, because before I could do anything, I had to go through that book. There were 1 or 2 questions which were not in the book, so I asked somebody. He told me the answers. It so happened the one whom I asked would not loan his books to me for fear they would be lost. He was right. Those very questions came at the examination. He did not reply, and I replied. So out of 150, I got 125 marks. I put my whole time in study and did not go to sleep because I had to finish that examination. Are we ready like that? We will succeed if we are ready. And this work is still more important. Although the time is destined for that, we do not know until we reach the third plane. So decide and stick to it, that's all. Guru Nanak says, if you have done all the penances of the world, you have read all the scriptures, you've been to all the various places of pilgrimage, and developed all good virtues, but you have not had access inside in the till, the third eye, that is of no avail. To enter the third eye is the first thing. In the third eye, all things are the fruit of other works. Spirituality words are very brief, but very pregnant with meaning. It is all clear to you, not words given in parrot-like repetition. Read 1 page of the Bible, and you will find something in it. Read 1 hymn and dwell on it. We simply ruminate. And what I am telling you are no new things, you know. He who works up to it derives the full benefit. He who does not only delays. Procrastination again comes. That stands in the way. So try to finish something completely. Go to bed quite free. Your purpose of coming here, only that works. Some people do come here who do not put in full time in the right way. They do not derive full benefit. If there are any difficulties, there is some power to guide you, always at hand. This morning that sadhu came here. He was offered to some sadhu as a child offered. This he said to me. He came to me. I heard of you. I have been everywhere. I've got nothing. I heard about you in Hardwar, but could not meet you there. So I have come today. He was crying. So that time does come, you see. You get solace, inspiration from somewhere, some inner guidance. The only thing is to decide what you want, that's all. Our master used to tell us to do 2 sittings on our feet, 3 hours each, 3 hours. Then he made me meditate while standing too. I had to work, you see, so God helps everybody. When I was at Lahore, I was very fond of rivers and ponds, you see. It's been a hobby from my very childhood. I used to go to see the river at night. There was one man who could not speak. He was dumb, but his father turned him out with only knickers on, even on very cold nights. He passed the whole night exercising until he turned out to be a wrestler who would defy everybody in India and abroad also. The man had to work. So a wrestler is not made in one day. You cannot get any degree in one day. Pompey was not made in one day. Naturally, every saint has his past, and every sinner a future. It is his choice, of course. You cannot claim this as a right. Thank God we are chosen persons. We should do the work he asks us to do. As group leaders, you have got a very great responsibility. If we realize for what cause we serve, we will be purer. We will guide others to the best we can in outer things, not for spiritual matters, unless you get well adept in that. It is God's grace if you have got anything. These are general things about which I am talking. They have helped me, and I think they can be equally helpful to you. What a man has done, the other also can do, with proper guidance and help. We cannot boast we know everything. Thank God working with his grace. When I was initiated, you see, people asked me, how great is your master? I told them, I do not know, but that much is sure. He is far, far above and more than what I need. Our master was asked by a missionary from Biaz, well, tell me, who is greater, your master or Christ? He told him, dear friend, I have seen my master. I have not seen Christ. If you bring them both before me, I will decide. You see, that's right. They are the same, but I have not seen them together. How can I compare? So they are all one, you see. They do their allotted work and go. Moreover, they have a very strong hand. No power can take anyone away from their hands. Christ and all other masters said this also. Otherwise, we have not understood what spirituality is, to be very frank. Being a learned man is not spirituality. It is a garland of flowers around the neck of a practical man who can explain the same thing in so many ways, from the vocabulary at his command, from the references he has come to know. Even if he's not literary, unlearned, he gives you very direct practical things to bring home to what is what. Bulleh Shah went to his guru, Shah Inayat, who was a gardener, just transplanting saplings from here to there. He asked him, well, how can you know God? What is there involved to reach him? Or what is there to it? It is just like taking the sapling from here and putting it there. It is all the matter of your attention. Direct it from here to here, that's all. It is all very clear. That's all you have to do. If you learn it, so this counts at his door, not learning. In learning, we develop our heads, not hearts. Both things should be developed. So the only thing before you is to advance. See where you are. You know better. Others cannot tell you. Others who have been put on the way can guide you. Those who have gone higher on the way, not others. That is why Maulana Rumi says, if you want to pay a visit to Mecca, take somebody who has already paid a visit to Mecca. That's all. Now you are a student. For what? Only for this, is it not? And also any guidance required is given straight off here. You also enjoy the radiation. Master is great, greater than God. Go on, don't compare. If we know how great he is, then we can become masters. Is it not? And moreover, other people do not like to hear superlatives. I tell you, common sense will enable them to know. He is great, of course. He has got the wealth of Nam and can also give you contact with it. Our master used to say, all right, you take me as your brother, as your friend, you see, as your father. Just start from what I say sincerely. When you come up and see the greatness of the master, then you may tell me anything you like, not before. How can we accept God working through the eyes? We cannot. The more you see of him, you can see that nothing on earth can compare to him. That's all right. Talk from your own level, and others will believe also. In my talks, I say everything with all that. I speak at the level of man. You see no superlatives. You must avoid superlatives in talk. Of course, he is the God in man. The more we rise, the more we know. He is still greater, still greater. I'll stop there. So we're going to be watching part 1 and part 2 of Inevitability of Death by Master Kapal.
Oh, sorry, part 2 and part 3, sorry.
गुरु कृपाल मेरे घर आना, गुरु कृपाल मेरे घर आना।
Everybody expects you come and there and sit down, have this thing, have that thing. But once that Lord leaves the body, you see, who cares for you? They might have respect for you body for a day or two, they will put you on the ground and consume it to fire and finish up. We have no time to waste, you say, people say like that. So the respect of the body is only on account of the indweller of the Lord of the body, with which this body is living, you see. That you are. So long as that is with the body, everybody respects you. When that leaves the body, they just try to put you on the ground and to consume to the fire as soon as possible. Yes. She is at parents' house. If while living there she learns all the duties she is going to do on being married away, she has duty to her husband and other relations over there. If while at home she learns all those things, when she will be married away she will be all happy because she knows all the duties to be done by her, which she has learned at his father's home. But if she has not learned that, what will be her fate? This is an example, worldly example he is giving just to show when you are so long as you are in this world, if you like to know the things of the hereafter, what you should do? Go over to some master. See, he will show you the things of the hereafter, teach you how to transcend. What will be your fate over there? Those things he will tell you here in this life too. Just as girl learns all about her husband and other things before married away at his father's house, similarly you can learn of the things beyond, you see, of the hereafter at the feet of some master. Sit at his feet, he will show you the things of the hereafter, teach you how can you be beloved of your Lord, how can you create His love in you here. You see?
नानक तन
Everybody has to leave the body. Just every girl has to leave his father's home. You see, to go to her husband's home. Generally that's the rule. Similarly, he says you have to leave this worldly world, you see, someday. Everybody has to go, no exception to it. He says blessed is that soul which while living in this body, you see, has created love for the Lord. You see, he is not attached to the worldly things. Here while living in the world, he has loved God the most of all. You see, love thy God with all thy heart, with all thy mind, you see, with all thy strength. Those who have learned doing this much, even as worldly man, while living in body, he is the most fortunate. And they have sat at the St. Peter, somebody who is connected with God, or who is the mouthpiece of the Lord. He speaks as inspired by Him. If you sit at His feet, He will tell you the things of the hereafter, now and here. Such a soul is most blessed, he says. Now one further says, and look here what we are doing now. Let us have a cursory view of what we are doing daily. We rise up in the morning, you see. We start with maintaining our bodies. We wake up, we take some red tea, we do some exercise, we go out for a walk, we take some breakfast and just go for our business or service or some other thing. All day we spend in that. In the evening we return. We just go out, just purchase something required for the home, you see. And if there is anybody sick at home, just go to doctor, take medicine, this and that thing, take food and go to sleep. This is general routine of a man, you see, daily. In the morning, some of us, no doubt, take up some scriptures, read it for a while, or go to some holy places of worship, make obeisance there, and come back. And that also, most part of that is only for having the worldly affairs in check. Very few there are who really pray God for seeing God. There are few people. There are, but very few. Majority of them are the other kind. So this is our daily routine. The day does come, you see, when this body we have to leave, and we have not known ourselves, who we are, what we are. What will be our fate then? We simply, you see, repent, just shed one or two tears. Everything is leaving us, we do not know how to leave the body, we pass through the agony of death because we have not had that thing, personal experience of how to transcend the body before. And people come and take us to the battleground and put it at the ground, finished. We have been attached to the body, to all its outer environments, the result is we must remain attached there and hover around those places to which we are attached, because we have known little about our own self, we have not known our own self. We have been sleeping, you see, all through life, working at the pole of body, become as it were quite identified with the body in the world, thinking this is the everlasting life we are passing, but the time does come when you have to leave the body, no exception to the rule. If there is any eviction order issued, I say from government, or they evict this house, what they do? They simply, if you do not obey, they simply throw your goods and chattels outside, you see. There may be some delay in carrying out that order in the world. You might be able to approach somebody so that order may be held in abeyance. But when the order once issued from God, there is no, you see, no stay, all that, you see, that will come to pass. We have to leave the body. And those who have not known how to leave the body at will, they are in a very bad agony. Haven't you seen any man dying? What does he do? He just, by stretching his arms, legs, sometimes his eyes upturned, sometimes downward, sometimes his face is changed, like anything is passing to the excruciating agony. Had you solved that thing in life, this thing of death would have gone. This is what Guru just lays stress on. You see, our routine has been like that. Those who do not know themselves, they have not the first experience with their own self, they will meet that fate. Each one of us, no matter to what social body you belong, that makes no difference. This is a mystery that you have to solve for your own self. The son cannot solve for the father, and father cannot solve for the son. Of course, because, why? Because they are also in the same fate, you see, they are not known themselves. Only a master can help you at the time, even in life, how to transcend the body, and even at the time of that, he will just give you an impetus, you will have no pain. If at all anybody can help you while in life, or even at the end of your life, it is only a master who is adept in that science. He will give you help here and hereafter both. So this is why, what is the subject of this thing which is now going to be laid before you. See with our own eyes, people, something is leaving the body and we are just putting those body on the ground or consuming to flames. With all that seeing, if we do not care to solve this mystery for ourselves, either we are the most stark ignorance, you see, stark fools, I would say, or quite a child who has no sense of his own what is what, you see. You must be either one of the two. Either you have quite no sense in your head, you are idiot. Because you see things and don't do. When a man sees I have to leave the body, others are leaving and I have to leave, he does not care to solve that mystery of death. What is he? Guru Arjan says, either he is an idiot, he has no sense in his brain. And if he at all has something, it's quite a young boy, he has no care for it. Any of the two, you must be one of them. In life you had to know yourself with great love for God, and to know God. That's the highest aim in life of man. And it is only the man's life in which it is thy turn to meet God. If you do not do and don't solve the mystery of your life to know God, well, either you are one of the two. Either an idiot or quite a child who does not understand what is good for me. He said, what should you do then? While in life, just coming in contact with some master soul, you see. He will tell you things of the hereafter and how to transcend the body, how to have victory of the death. You will have, even in life you will be all joyful, even at death you will be going all joy with all joy. This mystery can be solved only not by reading books alone, mind that, but through somebody who has the experience of that and can give you an experience now, not after that. Of course, reading scriptures is the first elementary step that creates in us an interest for higher life and knowing all these things. But until you come in contact with somebody who has experience of all that, you cannot have that experience yourself. It is given in the books, no doubt. We are fortunate we have got so many scriptures at our hand. Of all those masters who came in the past, whoever contacted them, they did solve the mystery at the time, you see. But now also we need somebody, you see, who has that experience and can give you that experience. Now how to transcend the body, you see. How to have the first experience with yourself and how to have contact with the overself. So he says, if you would just care to sit and find out and sit at the feet of some master who knows all these things practically and can give you personal experience thereof, only then you will be happy here and hereafter. You will always enjoy, you see. Because you know how to transcend the body. You are looking all these worldly things from the angle of your soul, not from the angle of your body. You make the best use of your body in all environments and just try to solve that mystery which everybody has before you. When you solve the mystery, there is no sting of death left. So you say, what you should do? Just meet some master. Sit at the feet of some master who will put you on the way. True religion starts where the world philosophy ends. ABC of the teachings of this master start only when you transcend the body, you see. ABC starts only from there. With all your intellectual attainments, you cannot have ingress to it, unless you transcend the body. We have to make the best use of all our intellectual attainments. Reasoning is the help, no doubt. But all the time reasoning with not having that thing which you have reasoned out, so you see, come to some conclusion, not have personal experience with that, you are nowhere. So, to make the best out of your human life is just to sit at the feet of somebody who has solved this mystery for himself and can help you and is competent to give you personal experience how to transcend into beyond, that's all. Very simple thing. The man who has not done that for himself, he doesn't know how to transcend the body, he is a very intellectual man, he will make you an intellectual man, no doubt. If you go to a doctor, he will give you all knowledge about the physical body, no doubt. And that also to the extent he is expert in that. But if you go to him and tell him, all right, please tell me how to transcend the body, they will never be able to tell you all that. Because he himself has not solved that problem. In this state of affairs, who is there who can help you? That's the point. Can your wife help you or your husband help you in that way? Can your son, your friend, your money, your possessions can help you in that way? No. Your relations, friends, all in the same fate with you, in the same boat with you. Unless you come and sit at the feet of somebody who has solved this for himself and he is competent to give you an experience of how to ingress, you see, go ahead, transcend into beyond, only then you know the things for your own self. God says, fortunate you are, because your eyes see, your ears hear. You see, what things you see, and what things you hear. He says, you the prophets did all their efforts to see them, but they had not the good fortune to see those things which you see. Guidance and help by Christ. You are fortunate you are. The prophets have not to that, and they are not able to see things what you are seeing. These words, they are given up in Christ. But when your inner eye is open, you see for your own self. God is light, no doubt. All scriptures say, all masters in the past also say, but do you see light? That's what. They say, except ye be born anew, you cannot see the kingdom of God. That's true. But can you be born into the other world. Can you transcend the body? This is a practical thing, I tell you. Theory precedes practice, no doubt. All theory and no practice leads you nowhere. Read scriptures carefully, attentively, what is given there. They speak of only these things. The masters have given their valuable experiences which they had in their life with the self and with the overself. That's the main part of the scriptures you find. But we read through them, we do not know the right import of them because those are not learnt at the feet of somebody who has known the beyond. That's it. Masters see and then say, what is given in the past by the past masters is the one that you can experience even today. I'll give you some references from their teaching. It's not today. Only this is only first day, only to show the values of life. Two values of life, yeah. This is now I'm putting before you, you see. The true value of life is in knowing yourself, who you are, what you are. Yes, Lord. He says, O man, thou hast come to the world to reap the full profit of life. Where are you made fruitless things? You have to leave the body after all. What are you doing? You had come to have the body of a man, and it was thy turn to know yourself and to know God. You are engaging yourself so far only in having the things of the world, of the physical body and all its environment. You did nothing to fulfill the purpose for which you had come. Why are you doing these trifling things? That's the thing from the angle of vision. A master sees things. When you just lie there, biggest town on earth look like clouds of earth, you see. From the height of say 10,000 feet or 15,000 feet, when you see the city of New York or Washington, it is just small, very insignificant, tiny thing lying on earth, you see. So when you reach those heights, the worldly things appear to be insignificant in your eyes. He says, you had come for some higher profit, you should have reached there. What does it profit a man if he gains the possessions of the whole world and loses one's own soul? Like the sympathetic father tells the still child, Father, you have been given the opportunity in the body of a man to know yourself, to know God. Instead of that, you are simply engaging yourself in very trifling matters. Why are you doing that? Yes. You are putting to death everybody. All these birds and animals and this and that, and you enjoy all that. Whereas the commandment has been there from all the masters, kill not. You see, don't even think evil of others. What are you doing? And while just killing others, you simply enjoy them. They are just like as you are, you see, going around in various incarnations. Have pity on yourself. What are you doing? God resides in everything, is it not? In all creation and everywhere. If you like to meet God, if you just kill others, or just harm others, think all will harming others, you must observe complete non-violence in word, deed and thought. because God resides in every heart. First commandment, you see, is love thy God with all thy heart, with all thy mind, with all thy strength. And the second comes, love thy neighbor as thyself. Are these animals not your neighbors? Yeah, the creation, God is living in everybody, resides in everywhere. There is no place where there is no God, you see. If you have to love God, you have to love all creation. You have no love for the creation, how can you have love for God? God is love, you see. Those who love God, love all creation, they only can know God because God is love. So these two commandments, you see, on these hang all other commandments. And we do not care for all these things. We simply say our bodies can be maintained by this and that thing. Well, look here, I will give you an example of the elephant, how strong his feet, but does he eat all this by killing others? No, not at least.
मुक्ते से पालिए जे सच्चा नाम समाल मुक्ते से पालिए जे सच्चा नाम समाल.
Now, Guru Arjan lays down, you see, if you would like to liberate yourself from the entanglement or tentacles of the mind and matter, then what you should do? There is divine link in each heart, in everybody. That is termed by the name word. In the beginning was the word, you see. Word was with God and word was God. That is termed by the name of Naam, Shabda, Anha Shabda, Kalma and other things like that. That will form a subject of the talk which I have to deliver on day after tomorrow, detailed. That is divinely in each one of you, and that you should transcend the body and contact with that will lead you back to God. That power emanates from God. If you catch hold of that, be in contact with that, just like an electric lift, if you stand on that, you go up of itself and reach that, where that's the highest goal before you. He says if you would like to liberate yourself from all outward entanglements from the body and all outward attachments, you should just learn to contact within you with the divine link which is in every heart within you. Where it is, how can we contact that divine link? That is a subject that will be given to you day after tomorrow. Quoting you references from all holy scriptures, whether of the east or the west, you will see that there is only one common thought parallel to all. So he says those who have divine link within, with the grace of the Master, then they are liberated forever, never to return.
गुरु कृपाल मेरे घर आना।
जो घर छड़ दुआवना सो लगा मन माए जिथे जाए खुद वरतना जिसकी चिंता ना
Again he impresses, you see, on the importance. Look here, you have to leave the body. You have to leave all outer mansions and palaces and houses you have built for living, and all other possessions as well. The house that you have to leave one day, and you are doing all, putting in every moment of life in maintaining that. How long will it continue? You have to leave this body someday in all this environment. And after all, after leaving, you have to go somewhere. So where? Nobody knows. You have never cared for that thing where, after all leaving the body, where shall we go? Have you cared ever paused for a moment to consider of that point? The one that leaves the body, where does it go? Have you ever gravely considered of this most important point? You are engaging yourself, your whole attention in maintaining the body which you have to leave one day in this environment. Masters do not mean that you should not maintain your body. That's a house, that's a temple of God, keep it clean from outside and inside. That's a true temple of God. But make the best use of it. You have to see the light of God within you already now. Not to wait till after death. So you have to leave the body. But you are engaged all the time in just maintaining outward things, physical and other things. And you do not care a fig, I would say, for what is to come hereafter, where have you to go and who is to go.
आँखें से ही निकले जयपुर की पहली
You are just imprisoned, you see, in this body. You cannot leave the body at will. You do not know how to leave the body at will. And if you want to release yourself from the tentacle of body, what you should do? Sit at the feet of some master. He will show you how to transcend the body, come above the body. He will give you first an experience the very day. Only those who sit at the feet of the master, they have that experience. All others, men with all their intellectual attainments, they can be without it altogether. This is what Maulana Rum has prayed. You see, he says, who is there who can take the soul of the body, go up, leave the body at will, transcend the body? Who is it that can help you? Only the masters. Then he prays to God, oh God, send us masters, you see, who will just enable us to leave the body at will and transcend the body. So, highest aim of life, one man's life, is to know oneself, to know God, who we are, what we are. We are now as we now see, we are only bodies. You think we cannot differentiate ourselves with all of our human attainment, intellectual attainments. Knowing all scriptures, you see, even by heart. That only creates us the interest, actually, just as I told you. I saw the even before me, just as Buddha saw with his own eyes, that even passing before him an old man's case and a dead body going and a dying man. I had the similar experience before, but I could not analyze myself to see who is that leaving the body, has left the body, and that is in me. Can we? If we can do it, well and good, that's a good thing. But if we cannot, then that's the most important thing concerning ourselves, that is to be solved first of all. First seek ye the kingdom of God, you see. that is within you. Most important as compared with all other pursuits in life. But unfortunately we have laid this the last of all, no time for that. After all, we have to leave the body, the time will come, we will have to leave the body. We have not solved this mystery for ourselves. We have not taken somebody who was competent to even guide within, that we are no more. We simply shed 2 tears and pass away, that's all. Yes.
कोई रख ना सके जाको न दिखाए चारे कुंटा पाल के आए प्यास लाए नानक सच्चे पातशाह डूबदा दिया कढ़ाए.
Now Guru Arjan says that I have sought for such a man all round, you see, in the world, but I could not find out such a person who could give me first an experience how to leave the body at will, go into the beyond, you see. So, Master, I have come to thy feet. You are my true Master, but because you have given me this first an experience how to leave the body. All the world over I have been roaming, you see, right and left. Yeah. It is only for the man who is really after this truth, who has no mind for that. Well, Master may be around them like anything, they would not care for that, you see. As Master did come in the past and the people did not take care of them, they put Christ to the cross. Only such like people who had no taste for this life. They were simply engaged in the outward things, that's all. In the heart of their heart they consider they are the most pious and righteous man, and with all that they put the Son of God to the cross. And what did Christ say? He said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. How pitiful they have got, you see, in their mind for the people, even for those who put them to the cross, you see. Similarly, it has been the fate with Mansoor. He was put to the gallows, you see, to the cross in India. And the people who were in his favor said, "Oh Lord, pray for us." He said, "All right, I pray that one blessing may be given to you." And they said, "Look here, those who have tried to put you to the cross, what about them? I pray God to give them 2 blessings, double fold, because they are poor fellows, do not know what they have done." You see, read the heart of a master, you see. Just for 5 or 10 minutes more, one more little hymn from Kabir. This will give you still further awakening and the pilot. So we have to understand the 2 values of life, where we stand and what we are doing and what we should do. That's the point, only that subject before us today. Yes. So Kabir says, look here, you are just going around just like a proud man. You say, no, nothing of that. You think there's nobody like you. You are wearing on this sheet of body over you, and you are just going around, you see, elated form with the eyes upturned. Who is there like me, this and that thing? What are you doing, your friend? This old cloth of sheets you are wearing on that you are so much proud. This, after all, you have to leave it. This is getting old and old day to day. Body is growing old and old, is it not? If you just any cloth you are wearing, if you wear on for some time, that grows old and tears of itself, worn out of itself. So body will wear out. In due course of time, why are you so much proud over it? You think you have a very beautiful body, this and that thing. This is the only body you are wearing, like a cloth. You have to leave up one day. You say, shake off this thing. Why are you proud of that like that? See?
टुकड़े टुकड़े जोड़ जुगत से, टुकड़े टुकड़े जोड़ जुगत से, सीके अंग लिपटाई, चादर कही है पुरानी.
Now Kabir said, have you ever considered what is your this cloth you are wearing, cloth of the body you are wearing? It is just like little bones knit together, smaller bones knit together, and with a covering of skin over it, and that is all that. And you have to shake up, leave up this outer covering someday. What is it after? It is dust, and unto dust it shall return. The knit of small bones, so many bones knit together, and with a covering of skin over it. Is it not that? Are you that? That is, if you are wearing on this cloth, you see, knit, consisting of bones knit together with a skin covering over that, that is all we have to leave. This is growing old day by day, will worn out, you see, will tear up itself. Why are you so much proud of that? You are not this much, you are something else that is wearing on. Just see how clear-cut way Kabir puts this on show who we are, what we are. And this we have to shake up. Have we ever considered what is this made of? Just think, consider calmly over the matter and see what you are. You are not this body you are wearing on, you have to leave this someday.
करदारी मेरी पापन से, करदारी मेरी पापन से, लोभ मोह में सानी, चादर सही है पुरानी.
You should have kept it clean from outside and inside, you see. You are simply putting more filth over that, of these sensuous enjoyments, of attachments, of covetousness, with lust, with the fire of anger, you are burning it. You should have kept clean and neat, because that you were wearing on, but you have not got it. Instead of keeping it clean, you are simply defiling it. And that defilement, you see, this is temple of God after all, and those who defile it, what will be their fate? God will destroy them. This is what the Bible says. If it is all, him shall God destroy, for the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. This is what it is. We had to keep it all clean and neat. Out of cleanliness is next to godliness, but in the cleanliness still more. Every thought, you see, out of the abundance of heart a man speaks. It is not that goes in the body that defiles a man, but that comes out of the heart. So you see, all this wickedness, fornications, adulteries, all lust, this and that thing, all come out of your heart. That is it which defiles the body, you see. This is the body of man, the temple of God, you are defiling it. Well, the Bible says that God will destroy, surely, the quicker possible. So he says, instead of keeping it clean and tidy, you see, you are simply besmearing it with filth more and more from day to day. And Guru Nanak puts it in some other way. The same thing he wants to express. What does he say? He says a soul wearing on such a filthy cloth of body, you see, which is spotted with filth here, there, with sensuous enjoyments, etc., with the filth of five passions. Do you think such a soul can ever reach God or see God and go in his lap? Never. He must be clean. Cleanliness, blessed the pure in heart, for they shall see God. It's all every sentence has like that, you see. Guru Nanak at another place says, look here, if you have to just take the name of God, just make your heart pure first and then take the name of God, utter with the mouth, only when your heart is pure. So Kabir says, you have never cared for this cloth you are wearing, which is made up of small bones knit together with the skin covering all that. You should have made it more clean, tidy, but instead of that you are putting more wealth on it. As a man you had to do something else, you are doing something else. Yes. To wash away anything, two things are required. First water and then soap. Well, you could have used the water of sitting nearby a master. The water of life you had to have from the master. Such a water that will just satisfy all your thirsts, leave you once for all. You will have a well inside you which will spring out, giving you everlasting life. That water you have to use in the company of the saints. And by the divine link of Nam or word within you, that could have done the work of a soap. That is only contacted when you transcend the body. And all this filth comes through the apertures in the body, outgoing faculties only. You transcend the body, outgoing faculty, only then you can have the divine link within. Two things you require for your cleaning inside. You had put in time for neither you had the company of any two masters, nor you said that their masters did not go up and had the divine contact with it. That is why this has been body of yours which you are wearing on is simply kept filthy, untidy. Had you said at the feet of some master, he would have told you you are not the body. You can come about that. All these passions assail you through the outgoing faculties. When you transcend them, you get higher bliss within. Naturally, outward attachments, the outward sensuous enjoyments, that bliss outside which you get, that will leave you because you are getting something still higher. So these two things we have not used, Kabir says. That would have kept you clean outside and inside. That was the only way of cleaning your body and then to meet God, but you have not done that way. Yes. That each of one of you has been wearing on this body up to this for the past some 20 years, some 30 years, some 50 years. But you have never considered on it, what is all this, you see? Have you ever thought on it? So long as you are leading this life, mind that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God. You have to transcend it. Only then you can see it. So long as you are working at this pole, you do not how to transcend, you cannot see the kingdom of God within you. He says, so long as you have been in this body, you have been wearing on this cloth of the body over you, and you have never cared for what it is after. You have never, even your this fact has drawn your attention. Never. And it is a hard fact like that. We have to, wearing on this body, we have to leave it. It is only made up of small bones with a knit together and with the skin covering all that. You are not that. Can I look here, Rashid, take your heart? Definitely, this body is not yours. You have to leave the body. This is a definite thing. No exception to the rule. Just take it to your heart, this is a heart cry. You have to leave the body someday. Have that thing in you, your whole life will change. You do something, and what time you have to leave the body, nobody knows. So we should be prepared as early as possible. We should not go to sleep. On Sunday start, you remember, he says, well, don't leave off till tomorrow, Swamiji said. Because nobody knows what will happen tomorrow. He said, do today. Then again he said, no, not today. Because what God knows what it happened between this time and the midnight. So do the earliest possible hour. So solve this mystery for yourself, who you are, what you are. Take it home, you see. This is the most important thing. In fact, your very self, you see, and we have not cared for it so far. We have never considered this body is wearing out, growing old. We have to leave somebody. Who knows that all of us will reach old age. We may be cut off in middle. Nobody knows. So we must be prepared as soon as possible.
कबीर घर राख जतन से, कहत कबीर घर राख जतन से, फिर हाथ नहीं आनी, चादर भैया पुरानी.
Now Kabir at the end says, look here, this body you are wearing on is growing old, and this will tear it off. You'll tear it off. So make the best use of it. Before it is taken away from you, you make the best use out of it. This is just like said, there's one, very precious thing. He had a touchstone or something like that. Master gave it to somebody. We look here, make the best use of it. The effect of that touchstone was whenever that would be touched with the iron, that would have made it, it's so gold, all gold. He went out to the city and asked what is the rate of iron these days. He said it is 5 rupees a mark, you see, $5 a mark. Well, it is dear, you see. Then he came away, then after 2, 3 days, 5 days, again he went out there. He asked what is the rate nowadays, you see. He said it has gone up to $12 a mark. Again he said it is growing dear. Then he came back, you see. He did not know by having one mound of iron touched by that particular stone could have given the mound of gold instead. He did not care that way. He said, oh, iron growing, you see, dear. And this time, by so doing, the time did come when the man came back and took that stone from him. This is just like something. You see, we got the body of a man, the highest creation in life, in all creation, highest rung, and our turn was to meet God, to see God, to know ourselves, who we are, what we are. But we have been engaging ourselves in the outer thing. No time for higher things. But this is what Kabir said. Look here, once this body of man passes out of your hands, you will know that. You could have made the best use out of it. So all these 4 hymns that I laid before you, this is just to show the true value of life where in knowing yourself and then knowing ourselves. This you could do only in the life as a man, which you have got now. So make the best use of it. Wherever you stand, you are blessed, but if you are not turned that way to knowing yourself, who you are, what is this body you are wearing on, you have to leave it up. How to live it at will, how to know yourself, how to know the beyond, come in contact with God, see reality face to face. And if you have not done it, well, you have lost your man's life. Outer possessions, our life does not consist in having outer possessions only. We have to make the best use of these outer things for the sake of knowing oneself, having that thing. That's the most highest aim in life of a man, you see, wherever you stand. If you solve that thing, you are fortunate, you have made the best use of your life as a man, and if you are just engaged in all life of the senses, I say, then body must end someday. We will have to leave the body, and we lose the golden chance given to us by Creator. So we have come to the conclusion that our outer man is not the end all, but the inner man we have to know, and to know ourselves and to know God is the highest aim or the true value of life a man can have, you see. Irrespective of the fact whether you belong to East or West, or one social religion or the other, remain where you are, but give unto God, that is God's. This is what I have learned at the feet of my Master. I have love for all social bodies, all masters who came in the past, they did teach that much science. And they are valuable treasures of experiences which they had with themselves and God or with us. That by reading them we create an interest for this higher life, and having had that experience ourselves, that is the aim of our life. Our forefathers were kings, that's all right. What is it to you? Excuse me if I say so. My father was a king, I have no even one loaf of bread to eat. Then, what is it to me? Of course, I am fortunate to be son of such a father who was well behaved. But unless I prove worthy, to whom Christ, you see, he gave a parable, he gave to somebody 10 talents, the other 5 talents, some 20 talents, he went away, and when that master came back, he asked the man who had 20 talents, he had made 100 talents out of that. The other one 5 who had, he had made 50. He was pleased. And the man who had 5, he didn't make out anything out of it. What was done? That 5 talents were even taken away from them and given to the others who had made the best use of them. And we have got the body of man. You see, fortunately we have to do what we should do, you see. We should know ourselves and know God. This is the aim before us. This is the subject matter which we have dealt with today, and tomorrow we will know, because we are the indweller of the house, how we have forgotten that we are not the indweller of the house. We have become the outer bodies only. What led to that? That will be subject of tomorrow. But I think we must start at 8. That we started at 8:30, that is why I get more time of you. You see, 20 minutes more. If I start at 8, I will try to finish at 10. So, excuse me for the little more time I will take of you.
You can have our closing bhajan.
Page 35.
Page 35.
तेजा तुदर्श होन लाया कानू देरिया तेजा तुदर्श होन लाया कानू देरिया चर तेरे ते आगे जीना शाकिर पान नालावा के जीना शाकिर पान नालावा तेजा खान जारा के सावन दे प्यारिया तेजा खान जारा के सावन दे प्यारिया लबे आना सानू आसी बहुत तैनू पालिया लबे आना सानू आसी बहुत तैनू पालिया पार तेरे ही गावांगे जिनारा शाकीर पाल लावांगे जिनारा शाकीर पाल लावांगे देजा तू दर्श मोन लाया कानू तेरिया देजा तू दर्श मोन लाया कानू तेरिया दर तेरे आवांगे जिनारा शाकीर पाल लावांगे जिनारा शाकीर पाल लावांगे तुर गयो साया साथो के कानू दूर जी दूर गयो साया साथो के कानू दूर जी केरा ताव खा जाए हो समाजे नूर जी केरा ताव खा जाए हो समाजे नूर जी तेरे बिना होर की राज बनावा के जिनारा शाकीर पाल लावा के जिनारा शाकीर पाल लावा देजा तू दर्श मोन लाया कानू तेरिया देजा तू दर्श मोन लाया कानू तेरिया दर तेरे थे आवांगे जिनारा शाकीर पाल लावांगे जिनारा शाकीर पाल लावांगे वांग मन सूर्य सी पके होके खड़ांगे वांग मन सूर्य सी पके होके खड़ांगे तेरे ही विछोड़े विच सूली उते चढ़ांगे तेरे ही विछोड़े विच सूली उते चढ़ांगे तेरे बिना ठोकरा खावांगे जिनारा शाकीर पाल लावांगे जिनारा शाकीर पाल लावांगे देजा तू दर्श मोन लाया कानू तेरिया देजा तू दर्श मोन लाया कानू तेरिया दर तेरे आवांगे जिनारा शाकीर पाल लावांगे जिनारा शाकीर पाल लावांगे असी गुनहगार बाबा तेनू हाँ पुकार दे असी गुनहगार बाबा तेनू हाँ पुकार दे सारी संगत खड़ी है बिच मझधार दे सारी संगत अजैब किरपाल बिना ठोकरा खावांगे जिना राशा किरपाल डालावांगे जिना राशा किरपाल डालावांगे दे जा तू दर्श होने लाया कानू बेरिया दे जा तू दर्श होने लाया कानू बेरिया डरते आगे जीना राशा किरपाल डालावांगे जिना राशा किरपाल डालावांगे
Give the darshan now. Why have you delayed? We will come to your door and yell the slogan of Emperor Kirpal. Give us your glimpse after coming. O beloved Solon, we did get you, even though we searched for you a lot. We'll cross the ocean only with your support. O beloved, why did you leave after going away from us? At least for once come and show us the original light. Without you, what other remedy will we make? Like Mansur, we will stand with strength. In your separation, we will climb on the cross. Without you, we will get kicked and knocked. We, the sinners, are calling you. All the Sangha is stranded. Ajayab says, without Kripal, we will all be kicked and knocked. I'd like to close Satsang with just a short paragraph from Philosophy of the Masters, Volume 2, written by both Baba Somansi and Master Kapal. The madness of a lover's ecstasy brings before his eyes a new world, which is beyond this physical region and beyond the region of mind. And he takes every word of the beloved as a sweet command. To live in him is the highest and sweetest elixir. It is even dearer than life. The current of love takes one beyond good and evil, belief and unbelief, to a state so sublime that it cannot be described. One who is intoxicated in this unique state of bliss, in which any thought of separation or communion is lost, becomes an embodiment of love. So it has been 50 years since Master Kapal ascended into the higher realms. You're ever grateful for his eternal love that can manifest anytime, anywhere. His grace and his glory.